Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I know some people who aren't having a fantastic day and they are on a Holland America cruise ship. And yeah, it's been struck down with Norovirus on board. So I'll tell you a little bit about that one. It's also the second time this year the same ship has been struck. Not a good sign. We also have people on the Queen Anne who are talking about a scary situation that they had when they were told to turn off the lights in their cabins and close all the drapes as well. I'll tell you why they were asked to do that. We have Norwegian Cruise Line, and they have launched, they've sailed out, they floated out their newest Prima class ship. They're pretty excited about this one. And we have a brand new Carnival ship fresh out of Drydock. A month in Drydock. It's on a sailing. And, yeah, they've got no water. They've got no pools. They've got no fresh water in their staterooms. They got no water. So first off, to Norwegian Cruise Line, congratulations on the float out of the NCL Luna, their newest cruise ship, their Prima class ship. They are just now getting ready to set sail on the Aqua, and now the other one is being floated out, which means it won't be long before it'll be doing its sea trials and final finishings and launching again for Norwegian. So they seem to be pumping out those ships pretty quickly, but it's a big day for the cruise line whenever they're able to finally float the ship out and have it actually sitting on water for the first time. It's a pretty big momentous occasion in a shipbuilding process. Let's talk about Holland America. The Holland America Rotterdam, which I was on for the transatlantic 150th anniversary cruise. And beautiful ship, but they're having some issues this year. This is the second time that the passengers on board and some crew members have come down with some sort of gastronomical illness, most likely Norovirus on board. Second time in 2025, so we're just into March. So you can average one time a month, and this time it's close to 100 people on board, including passengers and crew member, have come down with the virus. So yeah, if you're on the Rotterdam, there's anybody out there, remember to, the easiest way to solve this is to wash your hands going in and out of the buffet and the food areas. Wash your hands more often. The hand sanitizer is great, but nothing is better than washing your hands with soap and water. The sanitizer is just a cover, if you will. So yeah, second time in 2025. Next, we also have the Queen Anne, and she was sailing in some Asian waters when the captain announced and the crew announced for all passengers in the evening to turn off all the lights in the stateroom and to cover the blinds as well. Close the night shades, if you will, in the room, so no light would shine from the rooms if they're watching TV or anything like that. And the reason they did this is because they were going through a high piracy zone with the potential of pirates trying to board the cruise ships. Now, as you probably may know or may not know, cruise ships are not permitted to carry guns with them. They're not allowed to have an arsenal, if you will, on board. And that's why they do the fire hose drills for pirates, especially when they're going through these kind of waters where they'll use the fire hoses to deter people from trying to board the ships and spray it down on the smaller boats, etc. Of course, if they have machine guns, I'm thinking the machine guns might win over the water cannons, but by international law, they're not allowed to carry guns. Some of them may carry one or two pistols for emergency security locked up, but yeah, they're definitely not carrying arsenals like a military ship would or something like that. So they had asked all passengers to just remove all the lights while they're going through this particular area overnight, which can be kind of nerve-wracking for some people who are used to sailing on cruise ships but not used to having them say, hey, we could be boarded and there could be pirates and please turn out your lights. A little bit of a different situation completely. Speaking of different situations, how would you like to board a cruise ship right after dry dock? So you think, hey, it just spent a month in dry dock. It's going to be spectacular. Everything's going to be perfect, right? Everything's running. Everything's great. It's new paint, new rooms, new everything. It's going to be beautiful. You step on board and wait a minute. There's no fresh water in my cabin. It's salt water coming out of the sinks. The drinking stations all have salt water in them. The pools are closed. The hot tubs are closed because, well, they've got no fresh water. They ran out of fresh water after a day, and they haven't been able to replenish it. Now, there is still maintenance going on that cruise ship. And so, yeah, a lot of people are voicing their concerns. Some of them went to John Heald on his Facebook page and said, hey, we got a Panama Canal cruise coming up on that ship. Is this all going to be fixed, and should we be concerned about this? And they said, yes, there is some issues with the fresh water on board, but everybody has bottled water in their staterooms, and everyone's having a great time. I got this directly from the entertainment hotel director from the ship. Everyone's having a great, marvelous time with no pools or hot tubs on a sailing. I'm sure there might be some disgruntled people. Some passengers have been reporting that there are long lines at guest services complaining about the situation. So I don't think everyone's having a wonderful time. I think some people are a little bit frustrated at not being able to have fresh water and have to use bottled water to brush your teeth in the morning and wash your hands with salt water. No, it's not a great situation. Even possibly a hard time getting things like ice for your stateroom could be an issue, because if they don't have fresh water to make your ice cubes and that, what are they using? Bottled water to make your ice cubes as well? How long before the bottled water runs out, and how long will these repairs still keep going on? So quite naturally, some people have been complaining and voicing their frustration. It is not unheard of for cruise ships to come out of dry dock and still need a lot of things to be finishing touches, and machinery still to be worked on. Maybe an elevator's being worked on. Maybe a paint on one of the decks is still being done. However, with the machine to make salt water into fresh water, that's a pretty major item to have left dry dock and have that not working, and then to take on passengers. So yeah, I just got a kick when, oh yeah, the hotel director says everyone's having a marvelous time. Great. What are the passengers saying? John, I love you, bud, but yeah, that's a company line there. Because there's a reason there's long lines at the customer service. It's not because they're going down to say, hey, we really love the fact that the pools are closed and the hot tubs are closed and our water in our staterooms is all salt water. We're really loving that. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think? Would you be nervous going through pirate waters and had to close the blinds and turn off the lights in your stateroom? How about getting on a ship right at a dry dock and having all the pools and hot tubs closed because they just don't have fresh water? How happy would you be on that cruise? Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.